Okay, I know some of you guys don't give a shit about this stuff, but I've been covering the FTX SBF debacle since day one, so I will continue to do so. So it appears that Sam Bankman-Fried, who was once a major Democratic donor, notably Joe Biden's second largest donor, is now angling for a pardon from Donald Trump. So much so that he recently did an unauthorized interview with Tucker Carlson, which you might have seen on X. Sam gave this interview from MDC Brooklyn, where he's been incarcerated since August 2023 alongside Sean Diddy Combs. I've only spoken to Sam in email since he's been incarcerated, but he told me that he requested to remain at MDC Brooklyn in order to be in close proximity to his New York-based lawyers as he worked on his appeal. Well, apparently, since this Tucker Carlson interview was unsanctioned, he was immediately thrown into solitary confinement after the interview. But that interview was a couple weeks ago, so now, apparently this morning, Thursday at 3 a.m., Sam was awoken and escorted out of his unit, and prison officials reportedly did not tell him where he was being taken. Sam was then reportedly shipped off to an Oklahoma transit facility via Conair, and officials have apparently begun the process of transferring him to a prison where he will continue to serve the remainder of his fraud sentence. Which I guess is a shame because it sounded like Sam was making some decent friends at MDC Brooklyn. I don't know if you remember, but I got this photo from prison. I befriended an ex-Blood Gang member who recently got out of prison with SBF, and he told me all about Sam's new friends in prison. You can look for that video on my YouTube channel if you are interested. This was like the hardest photo to get. I almost got extorted. But anyway, in case you don't remember, Sam Bankman-Fried was sentenced to 25 years in prison, and he was initially incarcerated in August 2023, but it appears that his release date has been updated on the BOP website to November 17th, 2044. So it sounds like a few years of this 25-year sentence have been shaven off. I don't know why that is. I'm no lawyer. I don't know if it's because of good time served or if it's because he's done any programs in prison, because I know some programs like the drug and alcohol program can shave off a year of your sentence. But if I find out why, I will let you know. I will also let you know where he ends up after this Oklahoma transit facility. But in the meantime, do you guys think that Donald Trump will give Sam Bankman-Fried a pardon? I personally think that's incredibly unlikely given that Sam donated to Joe Biden's campaign, and it came out that Sam apparently considered offering Donald Trump $5 billion to not run for president. I will say though that in my first interview with Sam Bankman-Fried, he claimed that he donated about equal amounts to Republicans as he did to Democrats, but donated to Republicans dark because he was worried that journalists would freak out because they're so liberal.
I donated to both parties. I donated about the same amount to both parties this year. All my Republican donations were dark. People won't see them. And the reason was not for regulatory reasons. It's because reporters freak the fuck out if you donate to a Republican. They're all super liberal and didn't want to have that fight. So I made all the Republican ones dark.
So I guess that's one of the few things that Sam has working in his favor at this point, and the Tucker Carlson interview that got him thrown into solitary confinement. So we will see how this all plays out. Anyway, I love you all so much, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Hey, it's me, Tiff, and in case you've never heard of me before, I've been independently covering fraud and bankruptcies in the crypto space. Because of this, I know a lot of people who follow me or might recognize me were once customers of FTX. Well, that's where FTX Creditor comes in. FTX Creditor will buy your FTX bankruptcy claim and pay you immediately in USDC. FTX Creditor has actually bought more FTX claims than all of the other claims buyers combined. FTX Creditor even buys small claims as low as $1,800, all the way up to claims as large as $10 million. So if you're interested in selling your FTX claim for immediate liquidity, or in selling your Voyager, BlockFi, or Celsius stub, you can go to ftxcreditor.com or contact them on Telegram at @FTXCreditor or on X at @FTXCreditor_com.